She said, you spit in her face. And I said, how would you feel if somebody were to spit in your daughter's face? And you said your daughter wouldn't be putting her hands on anybody. To call 2024 CR 4456, State of Texas versus Moses Ross. Could I have parties approach and announce for the record for the state?
Second for the state.
Defense?
Ward Barrera.
And are you Moses Ross?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I did.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Did we send it? Yes, ma'am.
All right. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment? State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, family violence.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is this an application for deferred adjudication or no?
Judge, we have filled out the form for deferred and for probation.
But is your agreement for deferred adjudication?
Our agreement is only for straight probation, 1/2.
So are you all opposed? Because he's saying he filled out an application for deferred.
It was not a part of our agreement.
Do y'all need to discuss that?
Well, the way I understand it is he is in favor of probation,
Yes.
right? The state is in
Mhm.
favor of probation. Which is to say that he's not in favor, or the state's not in favor of deferred, but that doesn't preclude me from requesting deferred.
No, if they are opposed to your application for deferred adjudication, then they need to check the box that they're opposed to application. Right now, I don't have,
The agreement was for no application for deferred. It was an agreement for 1/2 straight probation. At this juncture, I'm happy to just go on the record and maybe note that that's helpful to our opposition to it, but the agreement was only for 1/2 straight, given that it was a reduction to an ABI misdemeanor. And we don't really typically offer those as a matter of course for reductions.
Okay, well then scratch our application for deferred.
okay,
We'll just go straight to probation.
all right.
No problem.
So did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it
Yes, ma'am.
in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, family violence as a Class A misdemeanor? Range of punishment is up to 1 year in the Bexar County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, ma'am, yes.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Ross, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, state is proceeding on the lesser included offense of assault, bodily injury, family violence. Punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the Bexar County Jail. State recommends community supervision. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes,
State,
Yes, Your Honor.
did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
No.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be no harmful or injurious contact with Destiny Danielle Ramos. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, the lesser included offense charge of assault, bodily injury, family violence, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State on for states one and attachments.
no objections.
All right, state, have you spoken to the complainant?
We have, and on multiple occasions, Your Honor, they've made it clear their intent to not assist with the district attorney's office.
All right, did you review the document entitled waiver and consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and the review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We are.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, I do, Judge. He is gainfully employed. He's a licensed barber. He has been on ELM, Judge, since he was released from custody back in March. And he's had no violations and no problems whatsoever in conforming his conduct to the requirements of on conditions as well as court imposed conditions. So he's doing very well.
All right. Do you have any children?
I do.
What are their ages?
She's 1.5, well, like a little over 1.5. Her birthday's in September. She'll turn 2 in September.
All right. And who's her mother?
Abigail Laurel.
All right. So the court is going to sentence you to 1 year in the Bear County Jail, suspended and probated for 2 years. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There should be no contact with Destiny, Danielle Ramos. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 80 hours of community service restitution. Court is going to order parenting classes. Once you completed that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive for marijuana, but I have a medical marijuana card that my probation already, like, we went through it already. She said she's what have you. Yeah.
All right,
That's
there's
fine.
to be regular random UAs.
Yes, ma'am.
Why are you on medical marijuana?
I played sports my whole life. I fractured my back. I tore my ACL, MCL, both of them. Had surgery on one of them. I'm a barber. I stand up all day. It's really bad pain.
All right, there's regular random UAs. Field visits. 1 time per month. For 3 months. There's to be the BIPP course. Probation, is there anything else he needs? All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
But she's already on 1 year. PIP programs.
All right.
I just wanted to know if,
Have you completed it?
I'm close to it. I have a class tomorrow. I just wanted to, because I'm busy and I have my daughter Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then I drop her off Wednesday in the afternoon. So me already with that one class is stressful, and I just finished school and what have you, so I already missed my 3 classes for bibs when I went back to school and graduated for the barber program. So I'm already like, I'm close with them, so I just want to know if there's any way that we could waive the parenting program and keep me on bibs, please.
Oh, I'm not waiving the parenting program.
No,
No. And let me just tell you why. See, sometimes people say probation is hard in this court. Deputy Laura sometimes says, you know, what she says. And people think probation is hard. But let me explain something to you. This is why I want you to do parenting classes. You're here for a violent offense. The person who decides that she doesn't want to cooperate with the state in proceeding in this prosecution, in the police report, she says that you spit in her face. That's what she says. This is a female. Your daughter's a female. And if you really think about it, how would you feel if your daughter were with a guy and that guy spit in her face?
there's no justifications for that, but my daughter most definitely won't put her hands on someone else.
No, but here's the thing. Spitting in somebody's face, whether they put their hands on you or not, that's pretty low. And I don't think you would want somebody to spit in your daughter's face. This is what it says in here. And then it says that you got upset, you were playing video games. So that means that you have time. She said you were playing video games. You started getting upset, cursing and yelling. So she just wanted to avoid conflict. These are what y'all stipulated to. And it says that she went into her bedroom, the master bedroom, and locked the door. And then she wakes up, you mount her on the bed, start calling her the B word, choking her and slapping her. And it says that she yelled for you to get out of the apartment and to leave because she was going to call the police. And then it says that you spit in her face, cussed at her some more, then left the apartment in a black Mercedes. Those are the stipulations. So that is why I'm ordering parenting classes, because people do not understand that when you are in a toxic relationship, wherever you learned how to be in a relationship, I don't know if people learn it from their parents. Maybe that's the way they solve problems. I don't know. But the cycle needs to stop. And parenting classes will let you know how your anger or whatever you're doing really does impact your child. And the fact that you say, oh, I got to work, I got to do this, I got to do that, that's part of the impact of this. Now, as far as whether or not I will keep the stipulation for the BIP, the stipulation for the BIP course is going to stand in this case until I see what he has learned from the other BIP course. If he has learned nothing from that BIP course, and I think he hasn't learned anything, it's going to remain in this, because obviously he will not have learned anything. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
When will that be?
Oh, whenever he completes it.
Okay.
I could talk for it.
Sure.
Is when I just signed the paper, they just said that the evidence was like not correct or not like
Not
what
contested.
not so
Oh, no,
there's-
here's the thing. A no contest plea, you know what that means? A no contest plea is saying, in layman's term, I'm not saying I did it. I'm not saying I didn't do it. I'm just not going to fight the charges against me. A judge can still find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Usually clients plead no contest. And the reason why they plead no contest is normally because maybe there's a civil issue that they see coming up, or maybe they have a custody issue, or for DWI cases, they're being sued civilly. And then when you're sued civilly, if you enter a no contest plea on the criminal side, then they will have to prove the causation. But if you were to plead guilty, all they need to do on the civil side is take the guilty plea over there. And then in some cases, the only issue is how much money you're going to end up owing.
is there any way I could say like my ends? But I'm not trying to argue with you like by any means. It's just something that I just feel like I would want to explain myself. if there's a.
Also, when we negotiated the plea bargain, Judge, it was for no vicious or injurious contact, because these folks still have contact.
Oh, here's the thing, that relationship is over. It's not
I
working.
don't-
And let me just tell you why. Number one, you're standing before me and telling me, well, she hit me first.
No, that's not what I'm trying to say. That's
Well,
what
I
I'm
mean,
saying. If I could,
she's saying that you spit in her face.
and, okay,
And your response to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm gonna give you a chance to talk. But when I said, she said, you spit in her face, and I said, how would you feel if somebody were to spit in your daughter's face? And you said, your daughter wouldn't be putting her hands on anybody. Isn't that what you said?
yeah,
All right, so that's telling me that you're saying that maybe you spit in her face because she put her hands on you. Either way, it's a toxic relationship and y'all shouldn't be together. Y'all don't have any children together? Do y'all have any property together?
no, I don't want to be with her. That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
Okay.
I don't want to be with her by any means.
Okay.
She's done enough, trust me.
Okay.
I touched the fire one time, I get burned, I don't touch it again. I'm pretty smart when it comes to that.
Okay,
So, no, when it comes to the spitting in the face is after everything that happened, everything you said most definitely did not happen. But with the reasons why I did do that is because she laughed at me because she was hitting me the whole house. I'm packing my clothes, I'm packing my barber stuff, packing the game system that I was about to play, was packing all that. So during that time, she's hitting me the whole time. I have scratches on my face, there's pictures of that. She's punching me in the back of the head. I get dizzy. She's getting stuff out of my barber stuff. She went to go throw that away or hide it. I don't know what she did with it. During all this, she knows what I'm really fighting as well. She already knows I've known her since I was 15 years old. I'm 25. She already knows everything that I was going through with my probation and my current charges or what have you. She laughed in my face after she got done beating me and said, "It's gonna be real funny when you go back to jail after I call the cops." And she laughs and goes to her room, and that's when I spit on her. Regardless, it was not right, but I did not put my hands on her one time, not choked her, nothing like that. I was getting all my belongings out of her apartment, get into my car. I didn't even have time to call the cops. So I'm super smart. I'm beyond smart, and it's kind of embarrassing to even be in this situation with the ankle monitor on my ankle. So, with me mounting her and cussing at her and choking on her, most definitely did not happen. I just and thank you for me even taking the plea that you gave me, or the opportunity you gave me for this year's probation. I appreciate it. I just felt like I needed to get that off my chest because I just feel like what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong, and I most definitely didn't do that. And I've been in your court before, and I took my charges when I needed to take my charges. So, and I most definitely didn't speak my piece on it because I know I was wrong. This one I most definitely feel way different on.
all right, so what are you saying? You want a jury trial?
No, I don't. I'm just want to get. It goes back to the parenting and like the spin in the face and that reasoning. I just wanted to explain it more.
Okay. All right, is there anything else?
My monitor. Can I take my monitor off, please? Could I take the monitor off?
Six. All right, state why you're opposed.
You just signed up for a term of probation. I think if circumstances were different, they wouldn't have gotten the plea they got in the first place. So that's why we're opposed.
All right, so how long has he been on the monitor?
Since March.
All right, this is what the court is gonna do. State, do you have contact with the complainant?
Yeah, we have their contact information, yes.
All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep you on the monitor until July 1st. State, that'll give you time to reach out to the complainant and let her know that he's on probation and that the court is considering removing the monitor on July 1st. All right,
Yes, Judge, yeah, I'm texting.
and let the
you right now.
complainant know he's to have no contact with her. And I would hope that she would not have contact with him. They don't have any property together. They don't have any children together. They don't have any loans together. So she should not be contacting him. All right,
I said one more thing. I've been in court since 8 this morning. I usually charge it in the mornings. I think it died. I think it died when I was here at court.
Well, in fact, I
Now-
know it died because they've been calling my office looking for him.
all right. Well, probation will let them know it died here while we were awaiting for parties to appear.
But the monitors through that's through pretrial services.
All right.
That's not a-
So I'll email pretrial services. I'll find out who his pretrial services officer is. and I'll let them know that he's still on the monitor and that it died while we were waiting for parties to appear.
And then I could go June 1st to get it to July 1st.
July 1st, you come back to this courtroom and probation is going to give me an update and let me know if everything is okay. And if everything is okay, yes.
But that's a problem with the monitor. It's being serviced and everything through trial services, so we won't have that information. I know you're putting on probation today, so if he's gonna be on a monitor with probation, they would have to be switched out. It's not a,
Oh, no, I wasn't going to put him on the monitor with probation. I'll just let him keep this.
okay.
Yes. And what I'll do is if there's no objection, I'll contact his pretrial service officer and ask them if there have been any issues with his monitor.
Okay, Judge, and then at that point, I can give you an update on how it's going on probation.
Yes. And then you can give me an update with the BIP. All right, is there anything else he needs probation?
No,
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because there's an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, court is calling 2024 CR 4900, State of Texas versus Damian Trevino. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Andrew Harris, Salem.
Defense?
Okay for Mr. Trevino.
Are you Mr. Trevino?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery and did you review it with your client?
We have,
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Trevino, did you sign the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication or Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Did you review the document entitled True Bill of Indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, and give to counsel. Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
we do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Trevino, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with burglary of a building with intent to commit theft? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes,
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
yes, Your
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Honor. Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty, sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so.
Mr. Trevino, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your
According to the plea, there's a $500 fine to be probated. State recommends deferred adjudication, and they're asking for a felony drug court evaluation. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense?
Yes,
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places? Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions?
no, ma'am.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 4 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 120 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Excuse me, Judge, I believe paperwork says no contest.
All right, you want to speak to your client about the difference between a no contest plea and a guilty plea?
If she were to issue a finding of guilt, they would have proven that there's a civil matter.
Okay.
You would change to no contest.
All right, how do you wish to plead?
No content.
State, any evidence?
Leave it as attached, Your Honor, as exhibit 1.
All right, any objections?
No objection, Judge.
All right, state you're excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Trevino, did you review the document entitled Waiver and Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Court will defer finding of guilt as you apply for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
My client wishes, I ask that you follow the agreement.
All right, why are you breaking into buildings and taking cigarettes and scratch offs?
Okay. Drug related. I was having a drug problem. I was homeless. And
All right, so being homeless does not give you a pass to break into locations and steal scratch offs and steal cigarettes.
yes, Your Honor.
And just so you know, when you steal scratch offs, you know what ends up happening? You still won't be able to get the money because all of those scratch offs at every locations, they're numbered. And all the person has to do is say, these numbers are missing. It's similar to people when they want to sell airline tickets. Those are all numbered. So what would have end up happening if you would have got a scratch off and won $1 million, you would have went to go, try to get your $1 million and you would have been arrested. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
So where are you living now?
With my mother. Well, I'm at lifetime recovery right now.
All right. How long have you been there?
53 days.
Okay. And what was your drug of choice?
Meth and marijuana.
And who was the person who was with you?
I don't know that person.
Oh, so y'all just randomly,
Well, he opened the doors and I was watching him go in and out, so I went in.
I'm sorry, what?
He had opened the doors, and then I just followed him. Well, after I seen him come in and out, I went in and practically picked up after him.
Okay, I still don't understand what you're saying. So are you saying that somebody else was already in the location, burglarizing the location, and they opened the door for you and just was like, hey, I'm here, you're here, come on in?
No, like he just opened it up, and I was really
Really what?
out of state. Like I was really high, and I didn't know what I was thinking.
If you're drug tested today, what are the results gonna be?
Negative.
All right. Probation, can I get a drug test today from Mr. Trevino? All right. Are you able to provide a sample right now? You don't need to take a water break or anything? All right, so he's gonna provide a sample. It'll take them 5 minutes, then I'll do the sentencing. All right, we're back on the record in 2024 CR 4900, State versus Damian Trevino. So probation is telling me that your UA was negative. That's a good thing. Make sure that you stay vigilant. You understand? Because it's easy to backslide.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. State, on Damian Trevino, is there any restitution to the building? Was it, for the lottery tickets, which I guess they have to reprint or destroy, and the cigarettes?
As far as we are aware, no, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, do you have any children?
Yes, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
He's 9 years old.
I'm sorry?
9.
All right, and who is your child with?
The mother right now.
All right. Court is going to sentence you to a $500 fine that will be probated. 4 years deferred adjudication. We're going to do a felony drug court evaluation. And let me just tell you, do not tell felony drug court that you don't have a drug problem, because obviously you do. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna order lifetime recovery. You are not allowed to leave lifetime recovery, and leave the program unless I give you permission to leave the program. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's gonna be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Proof of employment within 90 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There is to be 120 hours of community service restitution. How do you spend your days?
Walking.
Okay. Did you graduate?
I got my high school diploma online.
All right. So I'm gonna order 120 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived if you obtain a trade school certificate, of you try to do something to better yourself.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and improve your employment chances.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I'm also gonna order parenting classes, regular random UAs, field visits, one time per month for 4 months. At Lifetime Recovery, do they have you doing sober meetings?
I had an interview yesterday for a sober living home, and I got another one next Sunday.
All right, we're gonna do 60 sober meetings in 60 days. Probation, is there anything else he needs?
Judge,
Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
Oh, thanks, Your Honor.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. To be successful on probation in this court, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel as though your probation officer is not addressing it, you can always come back to the court and we'll see what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor.
All
Thank you.
right. And if you feel like you think you're gonna use, that's when you call your sponsor. That's when you call your probation officer. And if you can't get in touch with anybody, we're here throughout the week, but not on weekends or holidays, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Yes, thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Judge.
Thank you, counsel. Thanks for your patience. So usually what will end up happening, there are some things, for example, compliance hearings, defendants don't have their attorneys here. So it's usually somebody who's maybe on probation or maybe they're on bond, and I just need to give them some reminders. But once I call the style of the case, which is the cause number, the defendant's name, state of Texas versus John Doe, then the court reporter knows we're on the record, and so she starts taking everything down. But I normally don't go on the record when the person doesn't have an attorney, because we're just having a conversation. Hi, what's going on?
Hi, Judge. So a supplemental report was submitted to the court. Well, it wasn't submitted to the court. I held on to it. To notify the court that Mr. Warrington did get evaluated for felony drug court. However, he was rejected because according to the documentation, he felt like he didn't need to be in felony drug court at the time. He's been in sobriety for quite some time at this point. He's been incarcerated since October of 2023. And he feels like possibly outpatient treatment would work for him. He was.
So are you saying that he wasn't accepted because he felt like he didn't need it?
It says, may I?
Yes. All
No.
right,
Can I? finish?
yes,
Let me-
you can.
So during his TAP evaluation, that was in April, it recommended him to be evaluated for DDRF. Well, when he went on to further evaluation for DDRF, they rejected him, saying he did not need the treatment, but he would benefit from outpatient treatment and being on the mixed caseload, the mental health caseload. The original conditions of probation indicate that you did want him to be referred to felony drug court. It also indicated that you would consider, or it was a term that he participated in dual diagnosis, outpatient program.
Mhm.
So just wanted to make the court, remind the court of that.
Okay. So here's my question. Why, when I send people to places, they act as though they don't have a problem with that? That's my question. So here's the thing. And I want you to hear me very clearly. You say you don't need felony drug court. Guess what's going to end up happening? If you test positive one time, I'm telling them to file a motion to revoke. And I'm gonna make a notation on here that you said you did not need felony drug court. So they're gonna file a motion to revoke if you test positive. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Probation.
Your Honor, so with, the original conditions already indicate dual diagnosis outpatient program as well as the mid-case load. So at this point, would you consider releasing him from Bear County Jail to continue with the terms of probation?
Where is he gonna be living?
1033 Burlington.
No. Who are you living with?
Oh, Desiree Ruiz.
Who is she?
So, she's a very good friend that I met when I first moved to San Antonio. And she has a place. She said I can come stay with her. No, no, I have no contact with her whatsoever at all, period, none.
No, here's the thing. She's the person you had contact when you first moved to San Antonio. Is this a person who knew about your drug issues?
No, cause like when I didn't take my issues at home, I never got high at home. When I did get high, I didn't get high at home, and when I did, get high, it was due to the fact of a situation had happened. And I felt like I didn't want to sleep anymore. Just like I had told him in my mental health to my dad, I felt like I didn't want to sleep anymore. That was the only way I knew that I didn't have to sleep. Because I woke up to find my friend, my girlfriend, found her dead. So it was like, it was a serious issue right there. Other than that, I had stayed clean. I had been out of TDC for 20 months, stayed clean. Had a little side job. It wasn't a real job, but it was something that was getting me by.
And how did your girlfriend die?
She was murdered.
Right next to you?
No, like I was under the bridge. I was under the bridge with her because she was home, but she couldn't go to my sister didn't like her. My sister thought she wasn't no good for me.
Okay.
So she can't come to the house, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, well, I went to go see her one morning and I, fell asleep at her spot. Well, she left and came back and went in the back, and I was woke up by a guy telling me I'm going to go back here and shoot this chick, but I didn't know she was back in the back. Heard the gunshot, went back to sleep, woke up, and when I went around, she was dead. This was in, I want to say the first week of September, like right before I had gotten arrested. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and it was like, when I seen it, I'm like, man, no, this can't be. I'm like, why'd you do this? Why'd you do this? So I felt like, I'm like, look, I can't go to sleep no more. I don't want to sleep. Like, the only person that I could talk to really at that point in time, you know what I'm saying, was gone. You know what I mean? And the dude that did it got away with it. So, like I said, I was clean. I know what it takes to stay clean. I have what it takes to stay clean.
All right. Probation,
When
do
do
you
you-
want him at felony drug court? Because they will address the mental health issues, they'll address the drug issues. I don't even know this person he's saying that he's gonna live with. I don't think anybody knows the person he's gonna live with.
Judge, another original condition of his was to participate in sober support meetings daily.
Mhm.
I don't know if it was for 90 days or 120 days.
120.
On the referral for felony drug court, another class was indicated that he could possibly benefit from. Other than that, maybe we can see about lifetime.
Okay.
If he's saying that from what he's told you today, maybe with those resources, we'll be successful.
All right, I'll alternate conditions for lifetime recovery and the recovery and motion program. And if he tests positive, file an MTR.
Yes, Judge.
Is there anything else?
I'm gonna try to figure like what is, okay,
I'll explain.
okay, okay.
All right,
All right.
thank you. You're welcome.